Welcome back to the Love Vegan Kitchen, and this week I'm going to show you how to make a really easy vegan lasagna with a delicious cheesy topping sauce. So I'm just going to use everything that I found in my fridge that needs using up. So we've got a red onion, carrot, red pepper and some broccoli. I found a tin of sweet corn in the cupboard as well, so we'll use that up, and just some basic pasta sheets. For the cheesy topping sauce I'm going to use some BioLife cheese, some plant-based butter, some oat milk, some all-purpose flour and some nutritional yeast. This is because the vegan cheese doesn't quite give you that kind of tangy, full-on cheese flavour that real cheese does, so we're going to add in the nutritional yeast just to give it a bit more of a kick. Also got some B12 in there, so it's really good for you. So first of all we're going to make the cheese sauce ready, so I'm going to jump over to the hob and make that, and then we'll prep the rest of our dish. To start off, I'm just going to melt a little bit of the vegan butter into the bottom of the pan. Just want this on a gentle heat, I just want to reduce it down. As soon as the butter's melted, I'm just going to put in some flour. There's no hard rules here, we're just going to put in enough flour to absorb the amount of vegan butter that we put in there. There we go, that's looking good. Turn it down a little bit. And then little by little, just going to add in our plant-based milk. So start it off just a bit at a time, mixing it in. This is going to prevent your sauce from going lumpy. So just on a nice low heat, just keep adding in your plant-based milk. So once you've got your oat milk kind of stirred into your flour mixture, I'm going to just raise the heat a little bit and then just bring the sauce up to the consistency you want it at. So I'm going to make this not too thick, because then we're going to start adding in the cheese. I've put in roughly half the packet of the BioLife here. How much you add in is up to you. It doesn't melt as well as cheese, so we're just going to let that blend into the sauce, and we're going to chuck in a few tablespoons of the nutritional yeast as well, and we're just going to let all of that melt into our sauce. So I've just been stirring the cheese in for about 5 minutes, and as you can see the sauce is also thickening up. So if it starts to get a bit too thick, just feel free to add a bit more plant milk in there, just thin it down, and then just keep stirring it until all the cheese is melted in and the sauce is ready, and we can move on to the main dish. So I've got a couple of tins of tomatoes and my veg, so I'm going to put empty the 2 tins of tomatoes into the pan and quickly chop up my veg into small pieces, and I'm going to part cook them in the pan before I build the lasagna. So let's get chopping and then we're ready to go. So I've got all my veg chopped up. We found a bit of courgette in the fridge as well, so I've just popped that in as well. We're going to take it over to the hob, part cook it and then build a lasagna. So we've just put our tinned tomatoes in the pan, and I've just added a drop of oil, a little bit of salt and some herbs you can just see in there. You can chuck in a bit of basil or whatever takes your fancy, some mixed Italian herbs. To this we're just going to add in all of the veggies that we've just prepped a minute ago. All just going to go into the tomatoes. There we go, and I'll put this sweet corn on there as well. And we're just going to bring the sauce up to a simmer, and we're just going to cook the veggies a little bit before they go in the oven. So we're just going to stir this and give it maybe 10 minutes on the hob. Now let's check back and see how it looks then. So we've just reduced the veg down a little bit, just 5 or 6 minutes worth of a slow simmer, just to mix it up and reduce it down. Then we're ready to make our lasagna and put it in the oven. So we're just going to build our lasagna now, ready to pop into the oven. So I'm just going to layer this up. Half the veggies. second layer of veggies. Now for our cheese sauce, I didn't melt all of the cheese bits down, so we've got a few nice chunky bits of cheese on the top here. So we're going to put this into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, 160 to 180 depending on your oven. Just keep an eye on it. After half an hour, just pop a knife through it and see how it is in the middle. So yeah, we'll come back after half an hour and see how it looks. Wow, look at that. Fresh out of the oven. We put it in for about 35 minutes. Cheese is all melted. It's golden brown on the top. It's looking absolutely delicious. It smells wonderful. I'm gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes just to cool down so it's a bit more firmer when we take it out of the pot. And then I'm gonna feed everyone behind the camera who's worked really hard today. So there we go. Really simple to make. Easy vegan lasagna with a delicious creamy cheesy topping. Super simple to make. Please do try it yourself. Tag us on Instagram if you do. Thank you very much for watching this week, and we'll see you next week for another delicious recipe in Love Vegan Kitchen.